play in the state high school baseball tournament.
And a pleasant good morning from Lexington as we welcome you into East Carter and Ryle in the opening round of the 2024 state baseball tournament. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here on Kool 105.7 from a beautiful morning here in Lexington, Kentucky. East Carter comes in with a record of 22-6. They'll meet up with Ryle, who comes in at 31-9. Third all-time meeting between the two. Both the previous meetings by Ryle, but Ryle, both teams making their third stop in the state tournament. Ryle has never won a game in the opening round. They lost in 07 and 13. East Carter, in a remarkable number, their 40th anniversary of the 1984 state championship this season, make another trip back to Lexington. Back in 09, it was a semi-state matchup in which they lost around to Lawrence County 2-1, so only their second true trip to the big stage here on this first game of the state tournament. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk with Jeremiah Shear, get his thoughts on the matchup. We'll get our starting lineups and ready for first pitch. East Carter and Ryle here on day number 2 of the boys state tournament in baseball. That's as we continue here on the Kool 105.7.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hi, this is Kelly Barhorst at First National Bank, inviting you to one of our 7 locations. At First National Bank, our customers come first. Let our friendly staff help assist you with any of your banking needs. We have a wide variety of deposit accounts to fit your every financial situation, and a loan officer is available at any time. Let us show you what real customer service is and that you're a part of our First National family. First National Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Explore your Kentucky state parks with a trip to Carter Cave State Park, just off of US 60 at Olive Hill. Explore the caves, enjoy the nearly 30 miles of hiking trails, and whether you're camping or staying at the lodge, enjoy the refreshing swimming pool complete with a diving well. And don't forget about the great food at Tierney's Cavern Restaurant. For more information or to make a reservation, call 606-286-4411. From Chris and the entire staff at Carter Caves, good luck, East Carter, in the state high school baseball tournament.
Back on pregame coverage here at Lexington Legends Field, the Kentucky State Baseball Tournament, joined with head coach Jeremiah Shear. Coach, it's been a while since you've been here, but it's one of those things you kind of know what to expect in this group. This has kind of been the ultimate goal for a long time.
Oh, it has. Watch these guys come up. This has been our goal for several years, and to get here, it's sweet. And I think these guys have embraced it. They're taking it all in, and I think we're ready to go.
The run you made through the regional tournament, it was not an easy run by any means, but the way that things set up for you guys, especially on the pitching side, it was exactly what you needed. It
was, it was a tough road. And once we saw the draw, we knew it was a tough road, and luckily we got that lead there in the first game against Ashland, got to take Andrew out of the game and bring him back in the finals. So it set up for us, and those 3 consecutive days we were playing well, we were hot kind of there, and so it was a good run for us.
How much have you guys rode your pitching especially with the way you hit the ball this season?
Yeah, we definitely have. Those 3 guys at the top have threw a lot of innings, Andrew, Tate, and Colton, and we've kind of rode those guys, and they've went deep into games for us, threw a lot of innings, and gave us good starts. And it's nice to be a pitcher on this team at times because we do put up a lot of runs.
What you talk about that is whenever you do put up the runs like you guys do, how much does that allow your pitchers just to go out there, focus on hitting spots, pitching to contact, let your defense play behind you?
It's a lot easier to pitch with the lead, obviously. And, when you get spotted 4 or 5 runs, you can go out. Like I said, you can attack hitters, you can pitch to contact, let your fielders work behind you. So, getting those runs early is key for us.
Looking at Andrew when you hand him the ball, what do you expect to see from him today in the big stage?
We hope he's sharp. He's going at batters. He's very efficient. He's been efficient for the last few starts. Webb was very efficient, and it goes deep into the game for us, and just gives us a chance to win in the end.
What do you see from Ryle that they bring to the table?
Very athletic, really good arms at the top. 2 guys at the top. They're low 90s guys. D1 commits, and so they're going to attack hitters and go right at you. And it's probably going to be a low-scoring game. If it is, we're going to have to small ball, do some things. But they're very athletic. They have a kid at the top, AJ Curry's top 50 in his class in the country as a sophomore. Just a really talented team, so we're going to be on top for a game.
40 years ago, a state title went home to Grayson. Kind of a monumental season coming back here in that time period.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a really cool week for us. So a lot of people talking about that. A lot of former players on that team coming up, talking to our guys, wishing them luck. And, it's been a really cool week for us to kind of reflect and see that. But, these guys, it's their time, and so we're going to focus on these guys now.
Coach, good luck to that. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, James. Thank you.
We'll continue our coverage from Lexington when we return after this on Kool 105.7.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Primary Plus is your home for quality, advanced, affordable health care, offering family health, OBGYN, counseling, dental, diabetes management, patient-centered medical home, school-based health services, and a pharmacy. Primary Plus also offers the COVID-19 vaccine. Primary Plus with locations in Ashland, Vanceburg, South Shore, Grayson, Tollsboro, Maysville, Flemingsburg, and now in Moorhead. Online, primaryplus.net. For quality, advanced, affordable health care, come to Primary Plus. Again, online, primaryplus.net. Want to keep your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way? Borders Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes with a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, best selection, and best prices in the Tri-State are at Borders Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland, where your money will be well spent.
Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson has great prices on home furnishings like washers and dryers, ranges, dishwashers, living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and mattresses. The electronics section includes TVs and sound bars. Shop the best products and the best prices for every room of your home at Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 6, Sundays 1 to 5. Call 606-474-5515. Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson.
For good home-cooked food you can't beat, Star Country Market and Pizza, 8088 US 60 in Rush, just past Star Elementary. Breakfast includes homemade biscuits and gravy with daily lunch and dinner specials, including homemade hobo salad, coleslaw, hot dog sauce, spaghetti sauce, and pizzas. Top it off with homemade fudge and candy. And Star Country Market and Pizza in Rush also has great milkshakes and ice cream. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Call 606-474-4547. Limited delivery is available too.
Back here in Lexington, as the starting lineups are being announced, let's meet them now. We'll start first with the visitors on the scoreboard. The Ryle Raiders, 31-9, leading things off, and playing right field is A.J. Curry. Batting second and second base, Anthony Coppola. Batting third at shortstop is Dylan McIntyre. Doing the catching, and the cleanup hitter is Josh Cottle. Batting fifth in left field, Ollie Morris. Batting sixth as the DH is Zayden Hughes. He'll hit for the pitcher, Sam Epley. Batting seventh at first base is Caleb Mann. Batting eighth in center field, Tate Cordry. And batting ninth at third base is Xavier Owens. Curry, Coppola, McIntyre, Cottle, Morris, Hughes, Mann, Cordry, and Owens. For the Raiders, Tate Scott will lead things off. He'll play second base. At shortstop, batting second is Ty Scott. Batting third in pitching is Andrew Tomalone. Batting fourth and playing center field is Blake Hall. Jackson Barker catches and bats fifth. Gavin Sexton in third, bats sixth. And batting seventh in left field, Evan Goodman. Batting eighth at first base, Cody Salmon. And batting ninth in right field is Levi Hutchison. The national anthem will return after this on Kool 105.7.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
Papa John's, Grayson, Flatwoods, and Louisa. Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun. When you
in Lexington as we get you set for East Carter and Ryle. Trying to advance on to tomorrow's quarterfinals round. Yesterday, winners, Russell County over Simon Kenton 4-1. It was Trinity defeating Michael 2-0. Lexington Catholic shut out Mason County 6-0. And it was PRP over LaRue County 11-5. Winner of this game will play the winner of McCracken County and West Jessamine, which plays at 1:30 today. And in the lower half of this bracket, Owensboro Catholic and Corbin, and Estill County and Hopkinsville. Great crowd on hand here from Grayson as the Raiders take the field, decked out in the white jerseys and the pinstripe Raiders across the chest, the navy blue numerals on the front of the back. Ryle in the orange tops, white bottoms with the pinstripes, the Ryle Raider logo on the chest and the numeral in navy blue outlined in the pinstripe white on the front. Our umpires for this game behind the plate will be Brent Bradley. At first base, Don Johnson. Second base, Richard Kelly. And at third base is Daniel Grigsby. Breezy morning here in Lexington. And that's going to play into effect with both of these good pitchers that we're going to see here with Tom Malonis and Sam Epley. Tom Malonis was lights out through the regional tournament. He worked 5 innings against Ashland in the opening round, threw 49 pitches over 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, struck out 6, did not walk a batter. He came back 2 nights later and pitched in the championship game against Boyd County, went the distance on 95 pitches, did not give up any runs, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, he walked 2. Also led the team at the dish, going 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in and a double, including that 2 RBI single that gave East Carter the 2-0 lead there in the 6th inning after a game that was nothing but zeros. He's going to go to work on the top of the order of Curry, Coppola, and McIntyre. Curry, one of the best hitters in the state, leads the state in hits and batting average, second in doubles, 18th in walks. He knows how to get on base. He bats .580 from that top order. Defensively behind Tom Malonis, Goodman, Holland, Hutchinson, left to right, third to first will be Sexton, Scott, and Salmon. Jackson Barker behind the dish. Tom Malonis, a 3-pitch pitcher. When his curveball's really working is what makes his fastball even more devastating. And the curveball was what was working well during that regional tournament run, which the Raiders claimed their 3rd region title in program history. Fist bump by Mr. Barker and Mr. Curry behind home plate. Home plate umpire Brent Bradley's ready to get things underway. on a beautiful morning here in Lexington. So Andrew Tomalonis toes the rubber. Curry with an open stance from the left side. Tomalonis' first pitch misses high for a ball, and this ball game is underway. 10:02 first pitch. Sun-filled skies on a cloud anywhere to be found. 70 degrees, winds 5 to 10, blowing out of the left field corner. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 85 on the fastball there from Tomalonis. Outfield has shifted a little bit to the left side for the left-handed hitter. Breaking ball just misses off the plate. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 285-mile-an-hour fastball from Tomalonis. And that evens things up at 2-2 to Curry. Curry, Coppola, and McIntyre, the three that'll go, and Tomalonis pulls up an 86-mile-an-hour fastball as he blows it past Curry for the first out of the first. That brings in Anthony Coppola, the second baseman. He'll bat from the left-handed side as well. First pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike. Coppola, 278 hitter. 25 hits, 7 driven in with 4 doubles. Breaking ball gets away from Tomalonis. It's 1-1. Right-hander back to his motion. Spots that one to the outside corner. 1-2. Ryle, the champions out of the 9th region. It's fouled away off the end of the bat. Down by the knob. Head coach Joseph Ayler in his 4th season there. Coming in with an 11-game winning streak. He's Carter riding a 10-game winning streak. Coppola really gripping up off the knob of the bat. A breaking ball hacked on and missed. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Andrew Tomalonis here in the visiting first. Tomalonis averaging nearly 10 strikeouts a game. He's second in the state in wins with 9. His line looks like this. He comes in with a 9-2 record, a 1.47 ERA, 57 and a third innings work, giving up 38 hits, 20 runs, only 12 earned, striking out 79, walking 16. There's a big breaker that's on the outside corner, called strike. Outfield straight up now for the right-handed swinging Dylan McIntyre, the shortstop that climbs in. McIntyre, a 307 hitter. This was off the end of the bat, drifting back and falling in for a base hit. And a 2-out single for McIntyre as it lands in front of Blake Hall and just past the outstretched arms of Scott. The Raiders of Ryle have a base runner aboard with 2 down here in the first. And that'll bring in the catcher of Josh Cottle. Cottle, a 277 hitter, 31 hits, 19 driven in, 7 doubles. He does have 1 home run. This Ryle team only hit 11 home runs on the season, coming in at a batting average of a team average of 301. He rockets this one out to center field, and that one drops in front of Blake Hall as it takes a big high hop off the turf. And back-to-back hits now for the Ryle Raiders. They got a runner in scoring position here in the first inning. He wasted no time jumping on that fastball and smoked it into the gap in left center field. 320 down the line and left, 382 in the power alley, 400 straight away, 375 in right center, and then 318 on a high wall over in right. Ollie Morris, the left fielder, climbs in now. Morris, a 308 hitter, 28 hits, 18 driven in with 8 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run. We got a courtesy runner for the catcher over at first base. Morris from the right side. Skirts this one down the line on the right side for a foul ball. 0-1. Tomalonis worked through the top 2 with strikeouts, and then a 2-out single by McIntyre, and then Cottle smoked one into the gap for back-to-back hits. Scott Brothers working to run around at second base. Tomalonis will look back to him as he'll come plateward. That one's in the turf. Nice job there by Barker to smother it and keep his base runners right where they are. Count evens at a ball and a strike. 2 down in the first. Tomalonis from the belt. The 1-1. Fastball, squirted foul over on the right side, and he's ahead now 1-2 on the left fielder, Ollie Morris. Right-hander ready to go. Here it comes. Breaking ball stays off the plate and low. It's 2-2. All turf surface here in Lexington at the home of the Legends, including the mound, so no dirt anywhere on the playing surface. Runners take. Over at first. A long move from the belt. Watch out on the outside. Goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Chopper out towards third. Got a second. Stretch.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
Papa John's, Grayson, Flatwoods, and Louisa. Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have
Back here in Lexington as we go to the bottom of the first inning, Tate Scott will lead things off for the Raiders. And the first pitch misses down and in for a ball. The right-hander of Sam Epley on the bump. And the first pitch, or that second pitch, excuse me, off the outside corner for a called strike 1-1. Morris, Cordry, and Curry left to right. Owens, McIntyre, Coppola, Mann third to first. Cottle behind the dish. Tate Scott, .465 hitter on this season. 40 hits, 20 driven in. And he's ahead 3-1. 89 on that last fastball there from Epley. Right-hander winds and deals. Outside corner, a cold strike as Scott thought he had earned the walk. So he'll come back on a payoff pitch here. As Epley's already ready to go. Peering over the top of the glove, the right-hander kicks and deals. This one's chopped over toward first base and bends foul. Another payoff pitch. Inside. That one nearly hit him, and a leadoff walk for Tate Scott. So now to the plate for the Raiders will be his twin brother, Ty Scott. Ty, a .357 hitter, 30 hits, 20 driven in, 9 doubles, a triple, 1 home run. He's walked 23 times. That leads the team. He'll go from the right-hand side. That one's up over top of his head. 88 miles an hour misses, and it's 1-0. Epley on the season comes in with a record of 7-2, a 1.96 ERA, 53 2/3 innings of work, 34 hits, 19 runs, 15 earned, striking out 85, walking 28. He's averaging nearly 11 strikeouts a game. Middle infield, a double play, depth, outfield straight away. That one sneaks in there for a called strike at the belt. Count was at 1-1 to tie. The Scott brothers and Tom Malone is a 3 to go here in the first. Raiders down 1-0. This one's hammered deep left field. Turning and running is Morris. He's got plenty of room to gather it there with the wind blowing in on the deep field and hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Allowed out there by Scott. That brought a little bit of energy from the Grayson crowd nestled down the third base line. So now Andrew Tomalonis comes in, batting .357 on the season. 30 hits, 20 driven in, 10 doubles, a triple. Trying to help his own cause, trailing 1-0 here early on. Raiders fans coming to life. He looks at a breaking ball that's in there for a cold strike. Quick snap throw over to Scott at first base, and he gets back in. Epley from the belt. Fastball fouled straight back. And it's 0-2. Tomalonis awaiting the right-hander to come plateward. Runner goes. Pitches upstairs. Throw is out into right center field. Scott's going to move over to third. So the throwing error on the catcher, Cottle, and the Raiders have a runner in scoring position with one down here in the first. So credit Scott with a stolen base and to move him over to third on the throwing error. Now, Tom Malonis with a chance to put a ball in play and even things at 1 here in the first inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the pitcher. Breaking ball outside corner, they said he offered. And home plate umpire Brent Bradley rings him up. 2 down in the first. And now Blake Hall. All batting .475 on the season. 17th in the state in batting average, 3rd in home runs. Leads the state in slugging and RBIs. The first pitch misses upstairs for a ball. Big run for the Raiders standing over at third base in Tate Scott. The break ball lifted skyward, but plenty of room for Morris out there and left. He'll camp under it, make the catch. And in the inning, the Raiders threaten, but they leave a runner at third. 1-0 as we go to the second inning after this on Choice 105.7.
When you shop Grayson Sporting Goods, you're supporting a great family-owned business with new owners and team sales. To celebrate, Grayson Sporting Goods has a big sale on sportswear. Get all your Little League and high school gear, including high school spirit wear. Grayson Sporting Goods also does embroidery and vinyl transfers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3. Check with Grayson Sporting Goods for extended seasonal hours.
All That Blooms, 402 East Main Street in Grayson, is your full-service florist, including gifts for all occasions and custom-made items. All That Blooms wishes the Raiders the best of luck in the baseball tournament. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 2. Be sure to check them out on Facebook and online at allthatblooms.com. Again, best of luck to the East Carter Raiders in the state baseball tournament.
We go to the top of the second inning. Ryle leading East Carter 1-0. James Carter, happy to have you on with us. Your uncle hits 105.7 FM. Beautiful morning here in Lexington. Little 2-out magic for Ryle in their first inning as they got 3 consecutive hits. The last, an RBI single that played at the only run of the ballgame thus far. East Carter pushed a runner over to third base after Tate Scott opened the game on the home side of things with a walk and a stolen base, and then a move up to third on the throwing error by the catcher, but East Carter couldn't get him home. 7, 8, and 9 do up this inning for Ryle. Caleb Mann will lead things off. He'll be followed by Cordry and Owens. Mann from the left-handed side, a 263 hitter. That one's downstairs for a ball. 20 hits, 20 driven in for Mann, 7 doubles, 25 walks on the season. Tied for second on the team. Curry leads it at 31. Chopper out to Scott at second base. He'll gobble it up, flip it over to Salmons, 1 away. And they'll bring in Tate Cordry. Cordry, a 195 hitter, 17 hits, 17 driven in, 4 doubles, 1 home run on the season. He also has 22 walks. A cold strike, 84 on the outside corner, a little elevated. Tom Malonis peeking over top of the glove as Parker goes through his signs. Now, Cordry wants time. The 0-1. Another chopper over towards second base. Scott will just underhand flip that one as he runs it across. And 2 down in the inning. First meeting between these two teams came back in 2002. Ryle won that one 4-0 in the Foothills tournament. Then they met on May 8th, 2004. Ryle took that one 4-2. Tom Malonis starts off Xavier Owens with an 84-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner for a called strike to the third baseman. Owens a 286 hitter. Little chopper back to the mound. Tom Malonis fields. Flips it over to Salmons in a 1-2-3 inning. for the Raiders on the defensive side of things. They trail at 1-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 2 when we return after this on Kool Hits 105.7.
Mike Johnson, your Carter County clerk, says congratulations to East Carter for winning the 16th region. Your hard work and talented athletes have proved your dedication and determination, both on the field and off. Just like the Raiders, the staff at the Carter County Clerk's Office works hard for all of Carter County residents. Good luck, East Carter, from Mike Johnston and his staff at the Carter County Clerk's Office. Go Raiders! Johnny's Dairy Delight in Grayson across from Walgreens provides fast food made fresh, including homemade barbecue, pulled pork sandwiches, homemade hot dog sauce and coleslaw, as well as patty fresh burgers and so much more, including hand-dipped ice cream and shakes. Stop by and enjoy Monday through Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. with the drive-thru open until 9 p.m. Closed Sundays. Call ahead for pickup 606-474-6460 for Johnny's Dairy Delight, 109 South Carol Malone Boulevard, Grayson, across from Walgreens for fast food made fresh.
1-0 as we go to the bottom of inning number 1. Ryle leading East Carter. Barker, Sexton, and Goodman 5, 6, and 7 to up this inning for the Raiders. Winner of this game moves on to tomorrow's 1:30 game against the winner of McCracken County and West Jessamine that will play at 1:30 today. Bottom half of this bracket faces Owensboro Catholic against Corbin, and in Esso County and Hopkinsville, the 8:30 game tonight. They'll play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Winners already, Russell County knocking off Simon Kenton 4-1 yesterday in the opening game. Trinity takes care of Pikeville 2-0. It was Lexington Catholic over Mason County 6-0, and then PRP over LaRue County 11-5. So Russell County Trinity tomorrow at 10, Lexington Catholic and PRP at 8:30 tomorrow night. So Raiders catcher Jackson Barker climbs in. The right-handed side as aptly fires the first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Barker, a .356 hitter on the season, 26 hits, 19 driven in, 5 doubles, 1 home run. Up and in, 2-0. Three balls and no strikes to the Raiders catcher, who doesn't even move out of the box. High-energy guy is Barker. 3-0 pitch at the letters for a called strike, 3-1. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk to the catcher, Barker. So that'll bring in Gavin Saxon, but first we'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher over at first base. So Caleb Lane will come on to run for the Raiders. And that brings in the third baseman of Gavin Saxton. Saxton, a .383 hitter on the season. 33 hits, 18 driven in, 7 doubles, 1 home run. The East Carter team swings it at a .361 clip. That's third in the state in batting average. The first pitch from Apley misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Apley was really good in the 9th region tournament. He liked Tom Malone's work in 2 games of the 3. 11-1 win over St. Henry in 5 innings. He gave up 3 hits, a run. It was an earned, struck out 9 and walked 1. Then came back in the championship game over Dixie Heights. Went a complete game, 3-hitter, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, struck out 10, did not walk a batter, and threw 76 pitches over 7 innings. Count evens at a ball and a strike to Sexton. Lane running for Barker over at first base after the leadoff walk. Epley second of the ball game. That was high for a ball, 2-1. Check of the runner back at first, back easily is Lane. Outfield straight up for the right-handed swinging Sexton. Epley fires this one to the plate. It's a rocket over to the right field. Drifting toward the line is Curry, and he makes the grab for the first out of the second. And then comes the left fielder, Evan Goodman. Goodman, a 308 hitter, 24 hits, 16 driven in with 6 doubles, 7 walks on the season. Lane, a small lead over at first. Epley from the belt. This one squirted foul off to the right side, 0-1. Breaking ball at the top of the zone for a called strike. 0-2. Squirted foul on the 0-2 pitch as he sends it off to the right side again. Raiders still looking for their first hit of the ball game. They've had 2 runners, both off of walks, as each inning has led off that way. Scott to start the first, and Parker here in the second. The 0-2. Breaking ball up and in. 1-2. Right-hander from the bell, a deep breath. Plate where he comes. This one's in the gap and falls in, and the Raiders' first hit of the ball game comes from a one-out single from Evan Goodman. Falls right in front of Morris out in left, and the Raiders with 2 on here in the second. And now Cody Salmons to the plate. The Raiders' first baseman, a 300 hitter on the season, 21 hits, 11 driven in with a double. Levi Hutchison steps out into the on-deck circle. 2 on and 1 out. Man will come up over at first base guarding for a bunt. Salmon shows bunt, pokes at it, and comes up empty. A throw behind the runner back out at second base as Lane had a healthy lead going toward third. But he gets back in safely. And now Epley standing behind the mound, and he looks like he is in a tremendous amount of pain. Immediately, the coach and the athletic training staff coming toward his care on just behind the mound, in between the mound and second base. We'll take an injury timeout. We're back after this on Kool 105.7.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945. Equal housing lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Primary Plus is your home for quality, advanced, affordable health care, offering family health, OBGYN, counseling, dental, diabetes management, patient-centered medical homes, school-based health services, and a pharmacy. Primary Plus also offers the COVID-19 vaccine. Primary Plus with locations in Ashland, Vanceburg, South Shore, Grayson, Tollsboro, Maysville, Flemingsburg, and now in Moorhead. Online, primaryplus.net. For quality, advanced, affordable health care, come to Primary Plus. Again, online, primaryplus.net.
Athletic training staff still tending to Epley out on the mound. We'll go step out for another break here on Kool 105.7.
Justin Criswell, attorney at law in downtown Grayson, is ready to help you with bankruptcy, family law, real estate transactions, or personal injury claims. Justin Criswell is a highly recommended attorney at law and will sit down with you, listen to your needs, and walk you step by step through your difficulties. Justin Criswell, attorney at law, 142 East Main Street, Grayson, is available online, criswelllawoffice@gmail.com, or by calling 606-474-0029. Justin Criswell says, go Raiders!
All-Star Athletics in Grayson has some great offers you do not want to miss. Get in for one day at only $10 or an unlimited monthly membership for just $50. How about a 2-hour team rental at just $80? All-Star Athletics provides weekly lessons from the best in the business, like pitching on Tuesdays and Thursdays from Montana Fouts, also speed and agility on Monday and Friday, catching on Wednesday, as well as hitting and field daily. Saturdays offer strength and explosive training, all scheduled from the free Glow Fox app. Learn from the best. All-Star Athletics, 127 East Main Street in Grayson.
Chris and Jill Bond at Chris Bond General Contracting in Grayson say congratulations to all the seniors at East Carter High School for an outstanding season and good luck to the Raiders at the state baseball tournament. They know the dedication these seniors have put in to have a winning season. Chris and Jill Bond are hardworking, honest, and love serving others. Remember them for your next contracting project. Chris Bond General Contractor in Grayson says, go East Carter.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Well, you hear the crowd standing in attendance for Sam Appley as he walks toward the dugout. He wanted to try to remain in the ball game, but he is going to come off. So the shortstop of Dylan McIntyre is going to take the bump. We'll set the defense for you in just a second. Owens is going to move over from third and play short. And it looks like it's going to be Carroll that's going to take over at third base, and it will be. So Drake Carroll will come on and play third. Owens moves over from third to short, and Dylan McIntyre will go to the bump. This will be his 15th appearance on the season. He comes in with a record of 5-0 and a 2.02 ERA. 52 innings of work, 34 hits, 23 runs, 15 earned. Striking out 77, walking at 28. So 2 on, 1 out for the Raiders, and a very long delay there, and not certain what happened, but as soon as the play had completed on the bunt attempt from Cody Salmons, Epley went straight behind the mound and went down on his knees and was in a tremendous amount of pain. And he got up. He was making a throwing motion behind the mound with all of his teammates gathered behind him. And then the staff made the decision that he was coming off the field. So some hugs and a walk to the dugout and a round of applause from everyone here in attendance at Legends Field in Lexington. So Raiders with Lane running for Jackson Barker, who led off the inning with a walk. Goodman put in the first hit of the ball game for the Raiders. He's over at first base. And now it'll be Cody Salmons back in an 0-1 count. So great opportunity here for the Raiders in the second inning of East Carter, I should say. Both teams, the Raiders. Both teams making their third trip to the state round. East Carter's first back in 1984, and that's when they won the whole thing. 40th anniversary this season of East Carter's one and only baseball state championship. Ryle first made their trip in 07. They made another one in 13. They've lost both of their first-round games. East Carter played back in 2009. That was when they went to a semi-state round in which they had to play. You played 2 out of 3. They split the first 2 with Lawrence County, and Lawrence County took the second one to win the series 2-1. If you're just joining us, Ryle took an early 1-0 lead with a pair of 2-out hits and then a 2-out RBI single for their third hit of the inning. Played it the one run that we've gotten so far. East Carter had a run over at third base in the first inning, but left it there. And now they've got 2 on with 1 out, and Cody Salmons at the plate. So Josh Cottle will go out and have a word with his new battery mate of Dylan McIntyre, who started at shortstop and now will take over with runners at first and second. Man will stay up looking for the bunt. So McIntyre will inherit an 0-1 count to Salmons at the plate. From the belt, the right-hander looks back at second base. Salmons shows bunt. And he'll poke that one foul. Man was almost in a left-handed batter's box when he came crashing down the line. So now Salmons behind 0-2. Hutchinson in the on-deck circle will go next. Big opportunity here for the Raiders, trailing 1-0 in the second. The 0-2. Breaking ball in there and throws him. Beautiful pitch there by McIntyre, and Salmons goes down on strikes, and that brings in Levi Hutchinson. 282 hitter is Hutchinson. 20 hits, 14 runs driven in with 2 doubles. Top of the order of Tate Scott in the on-deck circle would go next. McIntyre trying to slam the door here and keep it at a 1-0 ball game. He pumps in an 89-mile-an-hour fastball in the other half. 0-1. Talking with Jeremiah Shear this morning, he said both of the guys they had, Epley and McIntyre, high 80s, low 90s guy. Here's the 0-1. Squirted foul on the first base side. It's 0-2. Lane running for Barker out at second. Goodman over at first. Good speed around the base pass for the Raiders. McIntyre will look towards second. He'll come plateward in the 0-2. And it's out of play on the first base side again. Curry really playing in shallow over in right field. Morris almost over to the gap. Now he's starting to settle back toward his normal spot over in left. Big hole on the right side for Hutchinson. Breaking ball stays downstairs. It's 1-2. And a rocket through the whole left side. That's in the left field for a base hit. Lane will slam on the brakes. The left fielder bobbles the ball, and then they couldn't get him going, and the Raiders miss a golden opportunity there as everybody going to stay put, and the bases are juiced, and back to the top of the order we go for Scott. Connor Robinson was holding Lane at third base, and then Morris booted the ball, and Lane had already turned to go back to the bag, and he couldn't get him going plateward. So now Tate Scott with an opportunity to even this game or put the Raiders in front. Walked his first time through today. He chops this one back up the middle, off the pitcher's glove into center field, a base hit. 1 run comes home to score. 2 runs come home to score. It's a 2 RBI single for Tate Scott, and East Carter takes a 2-1 lead. Flips off the glove of the pitcher, McIntyre, and into center field, and it brings home both Raiders. And East Carter's in front here in the second. Hutchinson stays put out at second base, and now Ty Scott comes in. He's 0 for 1. A deep fly ball to left field his first time through. So the Raiders with 3 hits here in the inning, and a 2-out, 2 RBI single by Tate Scott has the Raiders in front. A big breaking ball there to Ty for a called strike. So that'll close the book on Epley, as the 2 runners that score were his responsibility. So everything on the base path now belongs to McIntyre. Big breaking ball runs away, and a big slider 1-1. So Epley's final line will go an inning and a third. 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 1 and walked 2. 2 on, 2 out for the Raiders, leading 2-1 here in the second. McIntyre a long hold, 1-1, runners going. And that one hits. We'll say it was a called strike. I don't know if they say he offered or if it's either way. Both runners move. So it's 1 and 2 at the plate, but both runners move up 90 feet. Base hit here would give East Carter 2 easy runs. A hard hit ball right at the second baseman. Coppola backpedaling makes the play, and that ends the inning. But the Raiders push across 2. They lead it 2-1 as we go to the third when we return to Lexington on Toys 105.7.
Justin Criswell, attorney at law in downtown Grayson, is ready to help you with bankruptcy, family law, real estate transactions, or personal injury claims. Justin Criswell is a highly recommended attorney at law and will sit down with you, listen to your needs, and walk you step by step through your difficulties. Justin Criswell, attorney at law, 142 East Main Street, Grayson, is available online, criswelllawoffice@gmail.com, or by calling 606-474-0029. Justin Criswell says, go Raiders.
All-Star Athletics in Grayson has some great offers you do not want to miss. Get in for 1 day at only $10 or an unlimited monthly membership for just $50. How about a 2-hour team rental at just $80? All-Star Athletics provides weekly lessons from the best in the business, like pitching on Tuesdays and Thursdays from Montana Bouts, also speed and agility on Monday and Friday, catching on Wednesday, as well as hitting and field daily. Saturdays offer strength and explosive training, all scheduled from the free Glow Fox app. Learn from the best. All-Star Athletics, 127 East Main Street in Grayson.
Top of the third inning, Raiders in front, 2-1. The Raiders from Grayson, I should say. Top of the order coming back through for Ryle, Curry, Coppola, and McIntyre. So the big 2 RBI single by Tate Scott. East Carter left 2 on base, but they grab the 2-1 lead as we go to the third inning. This morning, going into this afternoon's game, is brought to you in part by the Hog Trough, located there in Grayson, just off the AA Highway. Open on Thursdays 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday 11 to 10, Sundays noon until 6 until all the meat is gone. So Curry, a strikeout victim, his first time through. Again, the state's leading hitter and batting average. Starts on that left-handed side. He starts at a breaking ball that stays upstairs. 0-1. Tom Malonis fanned Curry and Coppola, the first 2 batters that he faced, and then gave up 3 consecutive hits. And Tom Malonis, who is a guy who likes to work very quickly, slung one toward the plate, and Curry was asking for time and got it. Fastball misses upstairs. 2-0. That's called strike. 84 on the fastball in almost the same spot. Just a little bit more in, though. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 Raiders here in the top of the third. Senior right-hander peeks over top of the glove. Barker flashing the sign to his battery mate. And now time requested again as Tom Malonis was in his motion. Breaking ball, outside corner, called strike. 2-2. He works that breaker so well, a 12-6. Curry waving that bat over the back shoulder. 2-2. Fastball laced out towards shortstop, and that one gets past the shortstop and into left center field. And a leadoff single for Curry here in the third. Ty tried to make a diving effort toward it, couldn't come up with it. Coppola comes in, good speed with Curry over at first, 14 out of 16 on stolen base attempts this season. Coppola, strikeout victim, his first time through. Healthy lead for Curry over at first base. And the first pitch misses high for a ball. Coppola showed bunt. Running right out in front of the mound. Tomalonis will go to first base. The sacrifice is complete. It's one down. 1-3 on the putout. And with one down, now the pitcher of the ball game, Dylan McIntyre, steps in. He singled to center and came home to score the lone run for Ryle back in that first inning. Breaking ball stays upstairs. Outfield straight up. Hutchison playing fairly deep over in right field. Hall in a normal position for his center field placement. 2-0. Catcher Josh Connell in the on-deck circle goes next. Breezy morning here in Lexington, but absolutely beautiful. 2-0, chopped foul at the plate. 2-1. Bluebird skies hanging over top of the field here in Lexington. Day number 2 of the baseball state tournament. Quarterfinals tomorrow. And then next weekend, they'll come back and switch over to UK's facility at Kentucky Crown Park for the semifinals and championship. McIntyre waits with a long hold from Tomalonis. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the fastball down and away. Parker goes through the signs, and now McIntyre will step off, and Tomalonis never flinches. Curry out at second base. Tomalonis a long hold. A look back to Curry at second as he comes set at the belt. Breaky ball swung on a miss. Strike 3. His third strikeout of the ball game. There's 2 down in the inning. Beautiful pitch there by Tomalonis. And that'll bring in Josh Cottle. Cottle, a 2-out single back in the first inning. His courtesy runner was left out on the base paths back in that frame. Curry out at second with a leadoff single. Raiders trying to keep him there. First pitch misses downstairs. Nice job by Barker to keep that one in front of him. 1-0. Ollie Morris would go next. He delivered the RBI single back in that first inning. The 1-0 to Cottle. Sneaks that one in there for a called strike, a little change piece there. 1-1. And now time requested again, and now Barker's going to go out and have a word with his battery mate. So Ryle plated a run in the first. East Carter got 2 back in the second on a 2 RBI single from Tate Scott. They left 2 runners in scoring position. And it was a play before that in which Caleb Lane was running out at second base. A ball hit out and left by Hutchinson. Had an opportunity to try to come home after Morris booted it and decided to stay at third base, and Scott took care of it on the next pitch. 1-1, outside corner called strike, 1-2. And the Raiders trying to play themselves into tomorrow's quarterfinals. They will play at 1:30. Grayson fans coming to life here in Lexington. Tomalonis, a look at second, a 1-2. Breaking ball down and away, good location there, but misses off the plate. KW Sexton jumps out of the dugout, thought they had strike 3 there. KW came through the program there at East Carter, as did Connor Robertson and Jeremiah. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on a foul tip into the mitt. Strikeout number 4 for Andrew Tomalonis. And that ends the top of the third. 2-1 East Carter as we head to the bottom of the third when we return after this. on Kool, it's 105.7.
Chris and Jill Bond at Chris Bond General Contracting in Grayson say congratulations to all the seniors at East Carter High School for an outstanding season and good luck to the Raiders at the state baseball tournament. They know the dedication these seniors have put in to have a winning season. Chris and Jill Bond are hardworking, honest, and love serving others. Remember them for your next contracting project. Chris Bond General Contractor in Grayson says, go East Carter.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
2-1 East Carter as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Tomalonis, Hall, and Barker, the three that will go for the Raiders this frame. East Carter coming in on a 10-game winning streak. They went through Ashland in the first round of the regional tournament, took out Rowan County in the second game, and then a 6-0 shutout of Boyd County in the championship. This is a Raiders team that was so close so many times in this run with this group of seniors. You go back to last year, they go through Fleming County 12-2 in the first game, a 9-inning marathon against Greenup County. They win that one 4-3, and then fall to Raceland 10-4 in the title game. Back in 22, East Carter 5-2 winners over Russell in the opening round. They lose to Rowan County 5-4 in the semis. And then in 2021, they play into the semifinals again, losing to Ashland 16-7. So Andrew Tomalonis steps in, and the pitch misses down and in for a ball, 1-0. Tomalonis a strikeout victim his first time through. That one sneaks in there at 86 for a call strike to even things up at 1-1. We're talking with Coach Shear, and he talked about his team, and he said they've had so many times that they had gotten there and just never got over the hump, and this was the ultimate goal of getting to Lexington for this group of seniors. He said it was just something that they had that was the main goal from the first game of the regular season back in March. It's the 2-1. Fouled away, straight back off to the right of me. 2-2. Good crowd on hand, really good crowd from Grayson on that third base side. Full count to Tomalonis. Raiders of East Carter lead at 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the payoff pitch. Up and in, ball 4 and a leadoff walk, and the Raiders have had the leadoff runner aboard in all three frames. So Tomalonis starts things off with a free pass, and we'll get a courtesy runner for him over at first base. The Riley Steele will come on to run for Tomalonis. And that'll bring in Blake Hall, who's 0 for 1. A deep fly ball his first time through to left. That ended the first inning. Good place of the order for the Raiders. In that 3, 4, and 5 location. Trying to add to this 2-1 lead here in the third inning. Trying to pick up their first ever win in the third meeting against Ryle. Ryle looking for their first ever win in the state tournament. The first pitch from McIntyre spiked in the turf, 1-0. Jackson Barker will go next. Still creeps away from the bag over at first base. McIntyre from the belt. It's fouled back into the screen. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Barker tried to beat Josh Cottle to the ball, and the Ryle catcher got him by half a step. You're not going to find anybody in the ballpark that's got more energy than the Raiders catcher of Jackson. 129 walks on the season. Hall, a guy that has 17 of those and has long ball power, but today, the way this wind is blowing, you would have to absolutely tattoo one to get it out of here. Wind blowing in out of that left field corner. 2-1, lifted skyward, towering fly ball. Curry coming to the line. He's going to run out of real estate as he gets up against the fence and the screen for a foul ball. And that's where that wind carried that ball. Curry probably had a play on a non-windy day. He just kept carrying the ball past the foul line and over toward the party deck. So it kind of evens at 2-2 as Blake Hall will step in and try it again. Crowding that inner half of the plate is the center fielder. Big open stance. 2-2. Breaking ball, lifted skyward, left center field. Cordry playing the wind, drifts back towards center field, making the catch. There's one away. And now the catcher for the Raiders, Jackson Barker, steps in. He walked to lead the start off the second inning, and then his courtesy runner, Caleb Lane, came around to score the first run for the Raiders. Still running for Tomalonis over at first. 2-1 Raiders in the third, and the first pitch fastball down at the knees on the outer half at 86, a called strike. Connor Robinson goes through the signals for Barker as he settles back in that right side. McIntyre has this one placed down on a bunt, and he'll field it and throw to first base. Sacrifice is complete. There's two down in the inning. Nice bunt there by Jackson Barker. 1-3 on the putout. Still out to second base, and now Gavin Sexton comes in. Sexton flew out to right field for the first out of the second inning. Big run for East Carter out at second base. They can find a way to push him across. That one nearly gets him. Comes up and in. Evan Goodman would go next. Sexton can find a way on. Goodman had a single back in that second inning. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs and got him on the fastball at 87. McIntyre trying to work himself out of a jam here in the third. Nearly hit him again. 2-1. Both pitches that he's missed for balls have nearly caught Sexton. A look back to second as Steele leaks away from the bag. The right-hander kicks and deals and spots one on the outside corner at 87 again. And the count goes to 2-2 to the Raiders' third baseman of Gavin Sexton. Two's wild across the board here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. A little liner right over to first base. Man fields it and ends the inning. East Carter leaves a runner. They lead at 2-1 as we go to the top of the fourth inning. We return to Lexington after this on Kool 105.7.
WLGC-FM, Green Up.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hi, this is Kelly Barhorst at First National Bank, inviting you to one of our 7 locations. At First National Bank, our customers come first. Let our friendly staff help assist you with any of your banking needs. We have a wide variety of deposit accounts to fit your every financial situation, and a loan officer is available at any time. Let us show you what real customer service is and that you're a part of our First National family. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Top of the fourth inning, 2-1 East Carter in front, 5, 6, and 7 to up this inning for Ryle, Morris, Hughes, and Mann. In the winner of this game, we'll play the winner of our next game coming up as McCracken County and West Jessamine. We'll play tomorrow at 1:30 in the second semifinal matchup. Russell County and Trinity will lead things off tomorrow at 10, followed by the winner of this game and the winner of McCracken and West Jessamine. Owensboro Catholic and Corbin plays this evening at 5. Esso County and Hopkinsville will round things out at 8:30. That game will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And in the final game of the quarterfinals, play tomorrow night at 8:30, Lexington Catholic and PRP. So Ollie Morris starts things off. He's got an RBI single back in the first inning. The first pitch to him's up and in for a ball. There's a rocket right at shortstop, and Ty Scott fields it toward the third base side and makes the grab for the first out of the fourth. So one down, base is empty, and the designated hitter of Zayden Hughes comes in. Use a ground out to Sexton to end the first inning. He takes a big hack at that breaking ball and comes up empty. 0-1. Tomalonis with 4 strikeouts in the ball game. East Carter's been fanned only twice. Tries to sneak that one inside at the belt, but it misses up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to the designated hitter, Hughes. 1 foot on the rubber, 1 foot off for the right-handed swinging Tomalonis. And got him on a big sweeper down and away. 1-2. The pitch. Outside corner called strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Tomalonis. There's 2 down in the fourth. And now the first baseman of Caleb Mann in. He grounded out to Kate Scott over second base his first time through. Left-handed swinging first baseman. Cordry would go next if Mann reaches. Empties in a first pitch breaker. That's a called strike. 12-6 action there. 71 on the radar gun. He's touched up at 86 on the fastball once in the ball game. Here's the 0-1. Comes inside and moves him off the plate. Count evens at 1-1. Man guarding that inner half. Toes just off the white line on that left-handed side. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner. Nice pitch with a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-2. Tomalonis ready to go. Man steps off and now steps out of the box and has some time for yet again. This Ryle team trying to slow Tomalonis down. He stays on the bump, never flinching. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeout looking for Tomalonis. He's got 6 in the ball game. We go to the bottom of the fourth. East Carter leads it 2-1. We return to Lexington after this on Twitch 105.7.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Explore your Kentucky state parks with a trip to Carter Cave State Park, just off of US 60 at Olive Hill. Explore the caves, enjoy the nearly 30 miles of hiking trails, and whether you're camping or staying at the lodge, enjoy the refreshing swimming pool complete with a diving well. And don't forget about the great food at Tierney's Cavern Restaurant. For more information or to make a reservation, call 606-286-4411. From Chris and the entire staff at Carter Caves, good luck, East Carter, in the State High School Baseball Tournament.
Breezy but beautiful morning here in Lexington on this Friday in early June 7th. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-1 East Carter in front of Ryle with 7, 8, and 9. Goodman, Salmons, and Hutchinson coming to the plate for East Carter. Andrew Tomalonis, 6 strikeouts through 4 innings of work. Raiders trying to find him a few extra runs. Had some opportunities both in the first and second inning. They got 2 across in that second inning, but left 2 runners in scoring position. The big news for Ryle is their starting pitcher left after an inning, a third of work, and some type of an injury, not certain what it was, but he was not able to continue after throwing a pitch to Cody Salmon that he feinted for a bunt and couldn't come up with it, and then McIntyre had to come on to take over after that. So Evan Goodman 1 for 1. He lifts the first pitch. He sees foul just off to my right on the first base side. First base side, lower level seats are all open. The seats up above that are covered in shade. Everything on the third base side, sun-drenched. McIntyre back to work at 0-2. Slider down and away, 1-2. Very breezy morning, though, here in Lexington. Winds 5-10 out of that left field corner. This one's poked foul on the first base side. Count hangs at a ball and 2 strikes. We've seen some havoc with the fly balls. Cordry had one out and started in left center field, ended up back in center field. And that one runs in and gets him in the back. So for the 4th consecutive inning, East Carter with the leadoff runner aboard. We saw another ball that was Curry drifting in the line over in right field, and it got up into the netting over by the party deck. So Cody Salmon steps in. This was the situation that Ryle faced whenever Epley left the ball game with the injury. Salmon shows bunt, pulls it back, and tries to slug it across the right side and pokes it foul. Got a huge hole over on the right side in between first and second base with man holding the runner, and then Coppola playing out toward the bag looking for a double play ball. McIntyre from the belt. Salmon shows bunt, pokes at it, and comes up empty, and he knows that he missed another opportunity there as he turns to start to slam the bat down and holds up. But he's quickly behind 0-2. He saw a curveball there and couldn't get the bat on it cleanly. McIntyre's 0-2. Slider made him chase as he's fanned for the second time of the ball game for the first out here in the 4th inning. So in comes Levi Hutchinson. Hutchinson singled his first time through. He rockets this one to left. Coming over is Morris. He makes a running catch at the line and quickly scampering back to the bag is Goodman. Nice play there by Ollie Morris out in left for the second out of the 4th. So back to the top of the order now, Tate Scott. He got a 2-out, 2 RBI single his last time through that gave the Raiders the 2-1 lead in the second. On the left-handed side, Tate takes a fastball at 87 for a called strike. Stop 1 for 1, a walk his first time through, and then had the single back in the second inning. Goodman with good speed over at first base. He's quickly down, 0-2. Twin brother Ty in the on-deck circle would go next. 0-2. Tried to expand and couldn't get him to go after it. One ball and 2 strikes to Tate Scott. There goes Goodman. Pitch is wide. Goodman out towards second base and didn't get him. Just gets past the diving attempt of Owens as Cottle's throw to second base sailed wide of the bag and nearly caught him on the way through, but Goodman steals second base. So the second stolen base for East Carter in the ball game. So now a run around in scoring position and a 2-2 count. And a lacing ball foul on the third base side. Check that. 4 stolen bases for East. There was one when they had a double steal back in the third. 2-2. That one gets wide and all the way to the backstop. So the wild pitch on McIntyre now has what would be the third run of the ball game for East Carter, 90 feet away with 2 outs. And a great hitter in Tate Scott at the plate. Again, a .465 hitter on the season, 29th in the state in batting average. Trying to clutch up here. Here's the payoff pitch for McIntyre. It's smacked foul over on the third base side, and Scott will stay alive. Comes a little ball boy out from Ryle. He brings a full collection of balls out to Cottle. So Tate will settle back in that left-handed side. Goodman over at third base, 2 down in the inning. 2-1 East Carter here in the bottom of the fourth. The 3-2. Misses down and away, ball 4, and Tate works his second walk of the ball game, and they're at the corners for Ty. Ty 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Ty bats .357 on the season. Cottle steps out, gives his first to third call, and McIntyre trying to wiggle out of a jam here again in the fourth. East Carter with only 3 hits, all of those coming in the second inning. Ty would love to poke one in and make this a 3-1 ball game. Lifts the arms and looks at that one to the mitt. 1-0. Tomalonis would go next. Raiders have threatened to blow this game wide open a couple of times, not been able to do so. Can they do it here in the fourth? Runner goes. Ty takes a look at that one, and it's a called strike. So Scott takes second base without the throw. The defensive indifference has 2 runners in scoring position now. For Ty, we could put one in, but give him a chance at 2 RBIs, and he's ahead now 2-1. Andrew Tomalonis looming over in the on-deck circle would love an opportunity to help his own cause here in the fourth inning. 2-1 pitch, upstairs 3-1. That was the 50th pitch for McIntyre in his 2+ innings of work now. Fans from Grayson getting rowdy. 3-1 to Scott. That one's in there for a called strike. He thought he had ball 4. And he'll come back in on a payoff pitch here for McIntyre. He had dropped the bat and had started toward first base. Here's the payoff pitch for McIntyre. Chopped over to the third base side and a bounding ball foul. It was off the glove of Carroll into the hands of Connor Robinson. He picked it up and flipped it to Carroll. He didn't see it coming, almost threw it in his back pocket. So Scott fouls that one away. Tries another one. 2 in scoring position for East Carter. The 3-2. Upstairs, hit him. He jumps up and sprints to first base. He turns and looks toward his twin brother out at second, gives him a thumbs up. And now Andrew Tomalonis comes in as we get a visit to the mound by the Ryle pitching coach. So Goodman out at third base. Tate Scott at second. Ty Scott over at first. The inning started with a hit by pitch to Evan Goodman, a strikeout of Stalemate, a fly out to Hutchinson. And now back-to-back free passes with a walk to Tate Scott, a hit by pitch by Ty Scott. And East Carter's in business here with one swing of the bat from Andrew Tomalonis, who comes in, who's 0 for 1. A strikeout and a walk for Tomalonis. Tomalonis moves the black pellets off the dish there at home plate as the senior pitcher steps in and try to find a gap and add to his 2-1 lead here in the fourth. He looks at the first pitch at the belt on the outside corner for a called strike 0-1. Slider down and away. Count evens to the ball on a strike. Blake Hall would go next if Tomalonis can find a way on. Bases covered up with Raiders from East Carter. The 1-1 for McIntyre. Poked foul off to the first base side. It's 1-2. Outfield straight up and deep. Middle infield playing back as well. Corners playing well behind the back. Goodman, Scott, and Scott, third to first on the pillows for the Raiders. The 1-2 to Tomalonis. Slider misses wide. That brought Joseph Ayler out of the dugout to bark at the home plate umpire. Good location. It was well off the plate. Really good pitch there on a 1-2 count. 2-2. Outside corner caught him looking. Spotted an 86-mile-an-hour fastball, and the Raiders leave the bases juiced in the fourth. They lead it 2-1 as we go to the fifth. We're back to Lexington after this on Kool 105.7.
Primary Plus is your home for quality, advanced, affordable health care, offering family health, OBGYN, counseling, dental, diabetes management, patient-centered medical homes, school-based health services, and a pharmacy. Primary Plus also offers the COVID-19 vaccine. Primary Plus with locations in Ashland, Vanceburg, South Shore, Grayson, Tollsboro, Maysville, Flemingsburg, and now in Moorhead. Online, primaryplus.net. For quality, advanced, affordable health care, come to Primary Plus. Again, online, primaryplus.net.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Top of the fifth inning, still 2-1. East Carter left the bases juiced there. Tomalonis gets caught looking to end the inning. So 8-9 in the top, due up this inning for Ryle, Cordry, Owens, and back to the top of the order in A.J. Curry. East Carter has left 7 runners on base through their first 4 innings. Have been limited to only 3 hits, all of those coming in that 2-run second inning. Ryle with 4 hits. They've cashed in only once. That was back in the first. So Tate Cordry will lead things off. He grounded out to Tate Scott over at second base his first time through. He rockets this one over to first base, and what a pick there by Cody Salmon on the hot hop off of the turf for the first out of the fifth. If that ball gets past Salmon's glove, it's in the corner and extra bases. Instead, it's just a quick out. So now Xavier Owen steps in. He grounded back to Tomalonis to end the second inning. Misses upstairs for a ball. The 1-0. Back up the middle. Ty will range toward the second base. Floats it over to Salmons, 2 down. So back to the top of the order we go with A.J. Curry. Curry 1 for 2, singled back in the third inning, was left out at second base. He struck out his first time through. Starts deep in that box, puts his back foot on a back white line. Big open stance for the lefty. Nice pitch in there on the belt for a called strike. Malone is peeking across the top of his blue glove as he comes plateward with the 0-1. Gets an 0-2 on a breaking ball. Curry didn't like that one. He kind of stepped out and shook his head. Now a crawl up on that plate. See if Tomalonis tries to go with a fastball away and ring him up. 0-2. Breaking ball poked over toward the right side and drops in for a base hit. Hung that one in there, and it left way too much ball on the plate at an 0-2 count. And Curry turns on it, and his second hit of the ball game is the 5th hit for Ryle. And a 2-out single brings in Andrew Coppola, the second baseman, who's 0 for 1. Strikeout and a sacrifice bunt back in the third inning. Curry with good speed over at first base. The first pitch from Tomalonis, a breaking ball for a called strike. That was a BP curveball there at 69. Tomalonis now at 61 pitches in the ball game. Curry dives back in over at first base as Tomalonis checks in on him. 2-1 East Carter here in the top of the 5th. Coppola squares up in the left-handed batter's box. Tomalonis studying the sign from Barker. From the chest. Another check over. That time had Curry kind of jumping back toward the bag, and now Barker's going to jog out and have a word with Tomalonis. Whatever it was very quick, and I guarantee it had something to do with that runner at first. McIntyre would go next if Coppola finds a way on. Healthy lead for Curry over at first base. The right-hander set the pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away, evens things at 1-1. Winner of this game plays tomorrow at 1:30 against McCracken County and West Jessamine winner who is up after this game. 2-1. Runner going, poked out towards short. Scott backpedals, a strong throw, and a big stretch by Salmons over at first base. 2 big plays by Cody Salmons as he goes Splitsville to haul it in and beat the runner at the bag. Time to stretch here in Lexington. 2-1, East Carter in front. We return to Lexington after this on Kool 105.7.
Want to keep your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way? Border Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes with a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, best selection, and best prices in the Tri-State are at Border Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland. Your money will be well spent.
Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson has great prices on home furnishings like washers and dryers, ranges, dishwashers, living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and mattresses. The electronic section includes TVs and sound bars. Shop the best products and the best prices for every room of your home at Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 6, Sundays 1 to 5. Call 606-474-5515. Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson.
A highlight-worthy play to end the 5th inning there as Ty Scott deep in the hole over at short, and Cody Salmons goes Splitsville to beat the runner at a bang-bang play at the back and get out of the fifth inning. East Carter leads at 2-1, 4, 5, and 6. Hall, Barker, and Sexton to go this inning for the Raiders. Dylan McIntyre, 2 2/3 innings in relief. He's had to wiggle out of some jams, none bigger than that last inning when the East Carter Raiders left the bases juiced with Andrew Tomalonis at the plate as McIntyre caught him looking to end the frame. East Carter with 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. Tomalonis has fanned 6 Ryle batters. So Blake Hall will start things off for the Raiders. 2 flyouts, 1 to left, 1 to center. That was his last swing. And he looks at a pitch up and in for a ball. Hall 17th in the state in batting average, 3rd in the state in home runs hit, leads the state in slugging and RBIs. He fights this one off down the line. Connor Robinson fields it and throws over to the pitcher for a foul ball. The 1-1. Slider grabs the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. Hall fights that one off and gets another one. The 1-2 for McIntyre. Swinging him in. Got him on the high cheese at 87. Hall goes down swinging. There's 1 down in the 5th. You look at Jeremiah Shear, his 20th season in Grayson. Pitches. 2 strikeouts for McIntyre here in the 5th. Now Gavin Sexton in. Sexton 0 for 2, and he fouls that one away. A fly out to right and a line out to first. The last one ended the 3rd inning. He gets moved off the plate on a pitch down and in, 1-1. McIntyre's pace has picked up a little bit. Spots one high, 2-1. Fights this one off on a slow roller out to short, picking it as Owens, a strong throw across, and East Carter goes in order in the 5th. 2-1 East Carter as we head to the 6th inning when we return to Lexington after this on KHSAA 105.7.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh, no! It's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
Papa John's, Grayson, Flatwoods, and Louisa. Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Top of the 6th inning, 2-1 East Carter. East Carter will come to the plate in the home half of this inning with 7, 8, and 9, hoping that's the last time they'll need their bats here. Meat of the order coming through for Ryle here with McIntyre, Cottle, and Morris, 3, 4, and 5. Tomalonis would love to do everything he can here to keep Ryle stuck in the bottom half of its order in the visiting 7th. You look at East Carter, the way they started off the season, a 10-6 win over Russell back on March 19th. They fall to Raceland and Powell County in back-to-back games, 7-3 and 7-4. lost to Rowland County 7-6 back on the 29th. That was when they kind of got everybody settled back in from the regional tournament, and they went to spring break, and then from that point got things rolling and kind of never missed the beat from there. So Dylan McIntyre starts things off. McIntyre 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled and scored in the first inning. He was struck out in the third. He pokes this one off the end of the bat, and it'll drift out of play on the first base side down the line on the right field, just over top of the party deck. 0-1. Wind howling here in Lexington on this breezy morning. 2-hopper out to Scott at short, and he airmailed that one as that one goes off the top of the dugout, and he should get second base, and he will. As soon as he turned loose of it, it was a ball that just didn't even give Salmons a chance. And now Jeremiah Shear is going to come out and have a conversation of why the ball was played dead instead of being kept in play. So the first error by the Raiders. So our first base umpire of Don Johnson making the explanation to Jeremiah Shear. Doesn't seem real happy with the explanation, but he'll take it quietly as he walks back to the dugout. So a great start for Ryle here in the sixth with a runner in scoring position. And now Josh Cottle. So we'll get a courtesy runner for the pitcher as Wilford will come on to run. Josh Cottle 1 for 2. Single and a strikeout. First pitch misses inside for a ball. Ryle has stranded 4 runners on base. East Carter's left 7. None more devastating than leaving the bases juiced there in the fourth. 2-1 East Carter here in the sixth. That one's fouled away to even the count at 1-1. Five hits for Ryle in this ball game. East Carter with 3, all of those in the second. 2 good pitching staffs in this first-round matchup. Tomalone is trying to keep that runner at bay out at second base and not allow Ryle to even the game at 2. Big swing and a miss on a pitch down and away. 1-2. It's his slider that he throws, more of a sweeper. And then he's got the 12-6 curveball that he throws in there with it. He could use a strikeout here in the worst way. Now Cottle backs out. Tomalonis with 6 Ks in the ball game. 1-2. Hard hit ball out to short. Scott back picking. They've got the runner out at second base. What a play by Ty Scott. As he fields in the hole, goes to his twin brother out at second base, and they cut down the runner at second base. It'll go down as a fielder's choice, 6-4, but a big out for East Carter here in the sixth. What a play by Ty out at short. So we'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher as Noah Crisp will come on to run. What a huge out there by the Raiders to erase the leadoff man out at second base. And that's the man who made that big play, was the man who gave up that runner out there with a throwing error. That's how you make up for things. So Ollie Morris steps in, 1 for 2. Morris delivered the RBI single back in the first inning for Ryle. He lined out to shortstop his last time through to open the fourth. Chris, a healthy lead over at first. Tomalonis will check on him, and he dives back in without a tag. 2-1 East Carter here in the 6th. They're just trying to play themselves into a quarterfinals matchup tomorrow. Who's in the on-deck circle, as that would trap Ryle in the bottom 3 of its order in the 7th. Tomalonis trying to help his own self here on a 1-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. There's Scott on a backpack. He can't get the runner at second base, and he's not going to get the runner at first either. And then the ball kicks away from Sammons, and he's late getting to it, and that allows the runner from second base to move up to third. We'll wait to see how this one gets scored. It's going to move a runner on an error over to third, so they're at the corners now with 1 out. And that's going to bring out Jeremiah Shearer for a quick visit to the mound. So infield single, and then an error on the throw that allowed the runner to move over to third base. So they're going to kill the DH here, and they're going to bring in the third baseman. So Drake Carroll will come in for his first at-bat of the ball game. Carroll, a 209 hitter on the season, 9 hits, 1 driven in. He's got runners at the corners with only 1 out. So Christ over at third, Morris at first. East Carter would love a twin killing here. Carroll wants to do anything he can to ensure that Ryle will at least get back in the top of the order in the 7th, but a big run over at third base. Here's a throw down. They've got the double still on, and they're going to come up with it. So the double steal gets the run home, and we're even at 2. So Barker threw. It was cut off in front of the bag, and then Chris broke for the plate, and a low throw coming back in allowed him to easily score. So now the go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out here in the 6th. Swung on a miss. 1-1. Tomalonis only at 75 pitches. No, excuse me, it's 0-2 now. So the first pitch was called a strike. Outside corner called strike 3. Got him with a slider down and away as the 7th strikeout of the ball game is the 2nd out here in the 6th. So now Caleb Mann 0 for 2 comes in. A ground out and a strikeout looking to end the 4th. Morris, the go-ahead run, stands out at second base. But Ryle has got to run back here in the 6th to even things at 2. Big hole on the left side. And the first pitch breaker at the belt for a cold strike. Swing and a miss. He had bad intentions with that hack and came up empty. He was trying to put that one on the Pepsi party deck. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 down. 2-2 here in the 6th as Ryle is even things up. Fans from Grayson coming to life. Tomalonis from the belt. The pitch. Hacked foul over toward the first base dugout. We'll do it again. Man crowding that inner half of the plate. Tomalonis ready to go. Another 0-2. Inside corner called strike three. Back-to-back strikeout looking for Andrew Tomalonis. His eighth of the ball game as we go to the bottom of inning number 6. 2-2 with the Raiders.
All That Blooms, 402 East Main Street in Grayson, is your full-service florist, including gifts for all occasions and custom-made items. All That Blooms wishes the Raiders the best of luck in the baseball tournament. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 2. Be sure to check them out on Facebook and online at allthatblooms.com. Again, best of luck to the East Carter Raiders in the state baseball tournament.
7, 8, 9 due up for the Raiders. Goodman, Samuels, and Hutchinson in a 2-2 ball game. Ryle evens things up at the top of the 6th inning on a double steal and a first to third to get home the tying run, but East Carter gets out of the jam and keeps the game within a chance here to regain the lead and then finish it out in the 7th. Ryle will get back at the top of its order in the top of the 7th inning. They'll go 8-9 in the top. And East Carter would, if they go in order here, would be in the top of its order in the home 7th. So Evan Goodman starts things off. He's 1 for 1. Singled and scored in the 2nd inning. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. That was when the Raiders left the bases loaded. So Dylan McIntyre out to start things off, and he starts the first pitch in at the belt for a called strike. Six hits for Ryle, only 3 for East Carter. Sneaks that one in there with a 2-seamer. Nothing in 2. That little backup motion there. Started it off the plate and ran it back over the outer half. The 0-2. Poked foul over to the first base side, 0-2, excuse me.
The foul ball brought to you by Right Wing Auto Parts.
Another 0-2. Down and in as he tried a slider. Goodman awaits the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, caught him looking. A called strike 3. McIntyre's 6th strikeout of the ball game. There's one away in the 6th. And now Cody Salmon steps in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Caught looking in the 2nd, fanned in the 4th. He hits a one-hopper right out to Owens at short. He'll pick it off the turf and fire it across, 2 down. And now Levi Hutchinson, who's 1 for 2. A single in the 2nd, was stranded at 3rd in that inning. He flew out in the 4th. Back in the top of the order, Kate Scott in the on-deck circle would go next. Hutchinson tries to hold up on the breaking ball, but can't do so. Hutchinson back in that right-handed side as McIntyre kicks and deals. Late swing there on another breaking ball. 0-2. Hutchinson was guessing wrong there. McIntyre trying to make quick work of East Carter here in the 6th. 0-2. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3. East Carter goes quietly in the 6th. We go to the 7th, all tied at 2. We're back after this on Quiz 105.7.
Mike Johnson, your Carter County clerk, says congratulations to East Carter for winning the 16th region. Your hard work and talented athletes have proved your dedication and determination, both on the field and off. Just like the Raiders, the staff at the Carter County Clerk's Office works hard for all of Carter County residents. Good luck, East Carter, from Mike Johnston and his staff at the Carter County Clerk's Office. Go Raiders! Johnny's Dairy Delight in Grayson across from Walgreens provides fast food made fresh, including homemade barbecue, pulled pork sandwiches, homemade hot dog sauce and coleslaw, as well as patty fresh burgers and so much more, including hand-dipped ice cream and shakes. Stop by and enjoy Monday through Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. with the drive-thru open until 9 p.m. Closed Sundays. Call ahead for pickup 606-474-6460 for Johnny's Dairy Delight, 109 South Carol Malone Boulevard, Grayson, across from Walgreens for fast food made fresh.
2-2 as we go to the 7th. 8, 9, and top due up this inning for Ryle. It'll be Cordry, Owens, and Curry. East Carter will have the top three of its order coming through. Scott, and Tomalonis in their half of the inning, trying to walk it off and move into tomorrow afternoon's quarterfinal matchup. This game is brought to you in part by the Hawks Trough in Grayson, located just before the AA Highway. Open on Thursday 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday 11 to 10, or Sunday noon until 6 or until all the meat is gone. Great barbecue, ribs, and more. Stop by and see what they have to offer there at the Hawks Trough in Grayson. So take Cordry 0 for 2 steps in. He's behind 0-1. Cordry 2 ground outs. He hit a rope over to Salmons his last time through that he picked off the turf for the first down of the 5th. He's down 0-2 on a big fan on a breaking ball there from Tomalonis. Tomalonis started the inning with 80 pitches through 6 innings of work. Raiders fans coming to life down the way. Tomalonis back to work with an 0-2. In there, called strike 3. Ninth strikeout by Andrew Tomalonis. 1 down here in the 7th. And now the shortstop, Xavier Owens. A ground out back to Tomalonis in the 2nd. He grounded out to Scott out at shortstop back in the 5th. And then A.J. Curry in the on-deck circle will go next. First pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike, 0-1. A run for Ryle in the 1st and the 6th. 2 runs for the Raiders in the 2nd. And that's been it. 2 good pitching staffs have gone after each other. Epley started the ball game up for Ryle. Left after an inning in the 3rd. McIntyre took over since then and has been stellar. 1-1 slider down and away 2-1. The 2-1 from Tomalonis. Poked foul into the screen on the first base side. The count evens at 2-2. Good crowd on hand, both sides. Raiders of East Carter really packing the stand. 2-2. In there, called strike 3, and he knew it. Strikeout number 10 for Andrew Tomalonis. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. He spanned his last 3 batters he's faced. There's 2 down here in the 7th as we go back to the top of the order and A.J. Curry. Curry opened the ball game with a strikeout. He's followed with 2 singles, 1 up the middle and 1 to right. He flared one over, a little bleeder, over top of second base into right field in the 5th. He chops this one over to Salmons. Nice play off the high hop, and East Carter takes care of Ryle in order in the 7th. Raiders go to the top of the order, and they need a run to move to the quarterfinals tomorrow. We'll play it when we return after this on Kool. It's 105.7.
Justin Criswell, attorney at law in downtown Grayson, is ready to help you with bankruptcy, family law, real estate transactions, or personal injury claims. Justin Criswell is a highly recommended attorney at law and will sit down with you, listen to your needs, and walk you step by step through your difficulty. Justin Criswell, attorney at law, 142 East Main Street, Grayson, is available online. CriswellLawOffice@gmail.com or by calling 606-474-0029. Justin Criswell says, go Raiders.
All-Star Athletics in Grayson has some great offers you do not want to miss. Get in for 1 day at only $10 or an unlimited monthly membership for just $50. How about a 2-hour team rental at just $80? All-Star Athletics provides weekly lessons from the best in the business, like pitching on Tuesdays and Thursdays from
as East Carter leaves the bases loaded as we go to the top of the 8th inning. So 2, 3, and 4 due up this inning for the Ryle Raiders. And the young man who made arguably the biggest play of the ball game in that 7th inning takes a look at a called strike. And Anthony Coppola 0 for 2. He's behind 0 2 as Andrew Tomolona starts his 8th inning of work. Raiders have stranded 10 base runners in this ball game. 0-2 pitch, flared foul on the third base side.
And the right way autograph foul ball.
Tomolona's was ready to go. The ball still looming out in the foul territory area beyond third base. So Coppola, McIntyre, and Cottle, the 3 that's due up this inning for Ryle. East Carter will come to the plate, 7, 8, and 9 in the 8th inning. The 0-2. Breaking ball, right at Blake Hall out in center field, drifting toward the gap in left field. 1 away here in the 8th. So it brings in Dylan McIntyre, who's 1 for 3. McIntyre singled and scored in the first, struck out in the third, reached on an error in the 6th. That was on a ground ball to Scott out at shortstop. He floats this one out into center field, and a 1-out single as it drops on a 2-hop to Blake Hall. So McIntyre's second hit of the ball game will get his courtesy runner over at first base as Williford will come on to run. So the go-ahead run on board for Ryle. And now the catcher, Josh Cottle, comes in. Cottle singled his first time through, a strikeout, and hit into a fielder's choice back in the 6th inning. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 95th pitch for Tomolonis on that delivery. Middle infield at double play depth. Sexton in front of the bag guarding a bunt, but it's a deep fly ball that Goodman is easily settling underneath out in left field, 2 down in the inning. And now Ollie Morris, he's got 2 of the 7 hits for this team, including that RBI single in the first inning. He singled back in the 6th. Drake Carroll in the on-deck circle would go next. Williford running for McIntyre over at first. The first pitch from Tomolonis misses high for a ball, 1-0. Tomolonis worked 95 pitches through 7 innings of work in that 6-0 win over Boyd County in the region championship. Breaking ball just inside, 2-0. He's now at 98. Spots that one in there at 83. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Tomolonis with 10 strikeouts in the ball game. Can he get lucky number 11 here? Keep this as a 2-2 ball game and take his team to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch number 101. It's poked through the whole left side of base hit. So a 2-out single for Ollie Morris. He is 3 for 4 today. So 2 on with 2 out. And now Drake Carroll comes in, who's 0 for 1. Carroll struck out looking his only at bat. Back in the 6th inning. And again, this is another big out because if they can keep Ryle off the board and end the inning at this point, if they would go to the 9th, they would be trapped in the bottom 3 of their order. Tomalonis to the plate with a big swing and a miss. East Carter will come to the plate with Goodman, Sammons, and Hutchinson. 7, 8, and 9. The 0-1. In the turf. Nice job there by Barker to smother that one and keep each runner at first and second base respectfully. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Chopper back toward the mound. It'll be a tough play. Scott fields and throws on a stretch play. No, this time they don't get him. Carroll legs it out. It's an infield single, and the bases are loaded. A little hopper over top of the mound. Tomalone is trying to reach and get it. Couldn't get it. Scott fielded and made a strong throw, and Sammons with a stretch was beat out by a half a step. So that'll bring Caleb Mann, the first baseman, to the plate. Mann 0 for 4. A ground out in the second. Caught looking in the 4th and the 6th, both times to end the inning. First time that Ryle has had the bases loaded in the ballgame. Their 9th hit of the contest. First pitch misses inside for a ball. Malone is trying to gut it through here in the 8th. 105 pitches deep in this ball game. Swing and a miss. Came back with a big slider and got him to come up empty. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Williford running for McIntyre at third. Morris out at second. Carroll over at first. One hammered through the hole into right field, a base hit. 1 run comes home to score. Here comes the throw from right. It's not in time. Everybody moves up on the play. It's a 2 RBI single for Caleb Mann, and Ryle takes a 4-2 lead. Hutchinson made a strong throw to the plate. It was wide of the plate. Barker went to third to try to cut down Carroll. So Ryle pushing across 2 here in the 8th on their 10th hit of the ball game. And here comes Jeremiah Shear toward the mound, and that may be all she wrote for Andrew Tomalonis. The senior gutted it out. 7 2/3 innings of work on 107 pitches. He struck out 10, did not walk a batter. How much of a salesman can he be here to Jeremiah Shear to see if he can get one more batter? Tate Cordry 0 for 3 in the ball game. Well, he sold it enough to keep the ball. So Caleb Mann comes up with a huge swing of the bat with a 2 RBI, 2-out single in the 8th. And Ryle grabs a 4-2 lead. Both times that Ryle has played East Carter in the previous meeting, they have won both of those matchups. They have scored 4 runs in both of those games. So Cordry now 0 for 3, climbs in. 2 ground outs and a strikeout looking back in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Runners at the corners. Towering fly ball. Scott from short, drifting back, comes in, loses it for a moment, then makes a kind of leaping catch to haul it in to end the inning. But the damage has been done. Ryle plates 2 in the 8th, and they lead it 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. East Carter comes to the plate with 7, 8, and 9 with the season on the line. We return after this on Kool 105.7.
Want to keep your firearms and valuables safe and out of harm's way? Border Sporting Goods has the area's greatest selection of Liberty safes with a wide range of sizes, styles, and colors. And Borders also has the Tri-State's best and most complete selection of firearms, hunting supplies, fishing supplies, archery supplies, knives, camo, and boots. From the smallest fishing hook to the largest Liberty safe, the best brands, best selection, and best prices in the Tri-State are at Border Sporting Goods, Route 60 West in Ashland, where your money will be well spent.
Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson has great prices on home furnishings like washers and dryers, ranges, dishwashers, living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and mattresses. The electronics section includes TVs and sound bars. Shop the best products and the best prices for every room of your home at Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 6, Sundays 1 to 5. Call 606-474-5515. Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson.
Call to the bullpen for Ryle as they'll hand the ball off to the man who gave them the lead in the top half of this inning of Caleb Mann. He'll come over from first base. Dylan McIntyre will move over and play first base. Mann, this will be his 17th appearance on the season. He comes in with a 7-1 record with 1 save on the year, a 2.37 ERA, 38 and third innings of work, 23 hits, 20 runs given up, 13 earned, striking out 49, walking 18. So the final line on Dylan McIntyre, he goes 5 2/3 innings in relief, 2 hits, no runs, struck out 8, walked 2. He also walked 5. He hit 2 batters. 2 of those 5 walks were intentional walks there in the 7th when they loaded the bases with 1 out and got out of the jam to end up taking a 4-2 lead here in the 8th inning. So 7, 8, and 9 this inning for the Raiders. Goodman, Sammons, and Hutchinson. 3 that'll go to try to push it into the 9th or win it here in come-from-behind fashion. East Carter has not had a hit since back in the 2nd inning. East Carter has stranded 10 runners on base in this contest. Ryle has left 7. But the first time they got the bases loaded, they took care of business with a 2 RBI single from the man on the mound now, Caleb Mann. So Evan Goodman climbs in 1 for 2. Singled his first time through in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch and struck out looking last time. The first pitch fastball at 86 dots the outside corner for a called strike. Right-hander to the plate. That was on the upper half of the zone at 87, a called strike. All 3 arms that have thrown today for Ryle have been mid to high 80s on the fastball. Right-hander 1 foot on the rubber, 1 foot off toward the first base side. 0-2. Swinging him in. 3 pitches for Caleb Mann. Goodman is sent packing for the first out here in the 8th. And now Cody Salmon. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And then Levi Hutchinson and Raiders trying to do all they can to get the order back in the top. Man just grabbing it and slinging it toward the plate as he pumps in his 4th pitch, all fastball so far. That one 87, well off the plate, 1-0. Comes back in and grabs the outside corner there. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2. Ryle looking for their first ever win in the state tournament. They've fallen in both trips in 07 and 13. Lost to Shelby County 5-0 in 07. And then 4-1 back in 2013 to Harrison County. Right-hander ready to go. The 1-2 to Salmons. misses wide. 1-2. They set a foot outside. I think they were being generous. The 2-2. That's outside corner, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Caleb Mann. 2 down here in the 8th. And now the Raiders down to their final out of the season. Levi Hutchinson to the plate, who's 1 for 3. A single, a flyout, and a strikeout looking to end the 6th. Tate Scott, looming in the on-deck circle, would go next. Mann trying to slam the door here and pick up his second save on the season. He goes upstairs with some high heat, and Hutchinson offers. The 0-1. Slings that one to the backstop. 1-1. That's low for a ball. 2-1. Caleb Mann is showing a lot of emotion on the mound right now. Thought he had strike 2 there. 2-1 to Hutchinson. Lifted skyward, drifting back toward us, and that's going to get on top of the press box here for a foul ball, and the count evens at 2-2. If you're Levi Hutchinson here, you got to be settled in and looking for probably the hardest pitch that Caleb Mann feels like he's ever had a chance to throw in his life. Ryle fans making some noise over on the first base side. The right-hander, a head nod in the pitch, and he misses it wide. Wide is a generous statement. That was well into the left-handed batter's box. So Hutchinson into a payoff pitch. Here it comes. Ball 4. So a 2-out walk has Hutchinson aboard and Tate Scott to the plate. This is the guy you want in your lineup with the season on the line. Tate Scott leads the team at a .465 average. That's 29th in the state. He's 1 for 1 per day, but he's been on base all 4 times. And it runs inside, nearly hits him. McIntyre playing behind Hutchinson over at first base. They are not holding him on. 1-0. Low 2-0. Scott represents the tying run. Raiders got to do it one at a time as they're down to their final out of this season here. With Scott at the plate, but he's ahead 2-0. Down and in 3-0. So Scott 1 pitch away from earning his 5th time on base today with his 4th walk. This would be his 3rd consecutive if it happens. 3-0 pitch. Right down Broadway, a called strike 3-1. Ty Scott looming over in the on-deck circle to go next if Tate can find a way on and keep the inning alive. 3-1 pitch. Slow roller out to second base. Copley fires over to first, and Ryle wins it in 8. A come from behind win by the Ryle Raiders as they'll win their 12th consecutive, moving their record to 32-9. And they'll move on to tomorrow quarterfinals at 1:30 against the winner of the game that's up next. Heck of a ball game we have in this one, but it's Ryle 4, East Carter 2. Post-game when we return after this on Kool 105.7.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
Papa John's, Grayson, Flatwoods in Louisa. For good home-cooked food you can't beat, Star Country Market and Pizza, 8088 US 60 in Rush, just past Star Elementary. Breakfast includes homemade biscuits and gravy with daily lunch and dinner specials, including homemade hobo salad, coleslaw, hot dog sauce, spaghetti sauce, and pizzas. Top it off with homemade fudge and candy. And Star Country Market and Pizza in Rush also has great milkshakes and ice cream. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Call 606-474-4547. Limited delivery is available too.
Final score in 8 innings. Ryle defeats East Carter by a final score of 4-2. Here's how it went down. Ryle played to the first run in the first inning. They led it 1-0. East Carter gets two back in the second on a 2 RBI, 2-out single from Tate Scott. They led it 2-1. We stay at that score until Ryle pushes across a run in the sixth to even the game at 2. East Carter had the bases loaded with 1 out in the 7th inning. Ryle pulls in the infield. They get a bounding ball back to second base. They cut the runner down at the plate on a force out and then get out of the jam as we stay tied at 2. And then Ryle gets a 2-out, 2 RBI single from Caleb Mann in the top of the 8th inning. They hold on to win it. Final score here, 4-2. We'll take a look at all of our numbers when we return to wrap things up here from Lexington. Ryle wins it. They're on to the quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon with a 4-2 win over East Carter. Our coverage continues after this on Kool 105.7.
For good home-cooked food you can't beat, Star Country Market and Pizza, 8088 US 60 in Rush, just past Star Elementary. Breakfast includes homemade biscuits and gravy with daily lunch and dinner specials, including homemade hobo salad, coleslaw, hot dog sauce, spaghetti sauce, and pizzas. Top it off with homemade fudge and candy. And Star Country Market and Pizza in Rush also has great milkshakes and ice cream. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Call 606-474-4547. Limited delivery is available too.
Hi, this is Kelly Barhorst at First National Bank, inviting you to one of our 7 locations. At First National Bank, our customers come first. Let our friendly staff help assist you with any of your banking needs. We have a wide variety of deposit accounts to fit your every financial situation, and a loan officer is available at any time. Let us show you what real customer service is and that you're a part of our First National family. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Explore your Kentucky state parks with a trip to Carter Cave State Park, just off of US 60 at Olive Hill. Explore the caves, enjoy the nearly 30 miles of hiking trails, and whether you're camping or staying at the lodge, enjoy the refreshing swimming pool complete with a diving well. And don't forget about the great food at Tierney's Cavern Restaurant. For more information or to make a reservation, call 606-286-4411. From Chris and the entire staff at Carter Caves, good luck, East Carter, in the State High School Baseball Tournament.
Back here in Lexington in 8 innings, your final, Ryle defeats East Carter by a final score of 4-2. Final numbers look like this. For Ryle, A.J. Curry goes 2 for 4 from the top of the order. Dylan McIntyre goes 2 for 4. Leading the way was Ollie Morris. He goes 3 for 4. He drove in that run in the first inning. And then Caleb Mann comes through with his only hit of the ball game, a 2 RBI, 2-out single in the 8th that potentially ends up winning the ball game for Ryle there in the 8th inning. For East Carter, they were limited to only 3 hits in the contest. Tate Scott went 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single in the second inning. He was walked 3 times in the ball game. The other hits from Evan Goodman and Levi Hutchison from the bottom of the order. Pitching looks like this for Ryle. Epley goes 1 1/3 innings before leaving the game with an injury. 1 hit, 2 runs, all earned, struck out a batter, walked 2. Dylan McIntyre comes in, works 5 2/3 innings in relief, 2 hits, scoreless baseball, strikes out 8 walks 5, hit 2 batters. He'll take the win. Caleb Mann goes the final inning in relief. He struck out 2, walked a batter. He gets the save. For East Carter, Andrew Tomalonis, 8 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He struck out 10 to not walk a batter. he'll suffer the loss, only his third of the season. Final box score goes like this. Ryle, 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 7 runners on base. For East Carter, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. They leave 11 runners on base. 2 hours and 19 minutes it took us to decide this one. An extra inning affair here. As the Raiders' season comes to an end, they'll close it up at 22-7 as they snap a 10-game winning streak on a 4-2 loss to Ryle. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors for jumping on with us here for the call of East Carter's trip here to Lexington, as well as all of our great sponsors have been with us all season. That's it for me. Again, your final score in 8 innings, Ryle 4, East Carter 2. For everyone at the Kool Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying have a great afternoon, and thanks for tuning in here on Kool 105.7.
You've been listening to the East Carter Raiders in the State High School Baseball Tournament. This state tournament game has been brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, First National Bank, Ashland Community and Technical College, Primary Plus Healthcare, Members Choice Credit Union, Carter Cave State Park, Border Sporting Goods, Dyer's Big Sandy, and Papa John's Pizza of Grayson, Flatwoods, and Louisa. This game has also been brought to you by Star Country Market, State Senator Robin Webb, Grayson Sporting Goods, All That Blooms, Carter County Clerk Mike Johnston, Johnny's Dairy Delight, Justin Criswell, Attorney at Law, All-Star Athletics, Bond Construction, and First Flight Home Health Care. This has been a special sports presentation of Kool Hits 105.7 and the Kool Hits Sports Network.